Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. I welcome you to all of the different videos I'm doing. I hope that you guys enjoy them, learn from them, and grow from them. And in this video, I will be speaking about bullshit and how INFJs are extremely skeptical of the people around them, but also we're really good bullshit detectors. We're really good at detecting any kind of BS that's coming out of anyone's mouth. Unfortunately, there is a lot of BS on this planet, and there's a lot of nonsensical things that are going on the planet that you just sit there as an INFJ and you think to yourself, is this really actually going on? Is this really actually real? And are people actually believing all of this nonsense that's coming out of this person's mouth? It can't be true. When I was younger, I was a little bit more naive, a little bit more innocent, and when someone would say something really, really dumb or really bullshitty, and I think to myself, no, he must just be joking. It has to be a joke. There's no way he or she would believe that I would believe anything that they're saying right now, because it's all nonsense. It's just not true. There's no way they could expect me to believe it. And so I'd sit there and I'd just be flabbergasted, because eventually, even as a child, I realized that no, this person actually believes their own nonsense or believes their own bullshit, or doesn't believe it but expects us to believe it. And everyone else does. Everyone else does end up believing their bullshit, right? So as a child, it was a little bit traumatic to be in that situation, because you realize very quickly, really, really, really quickly, that most people lie. But not only that, most people don't just lie. Lying is fine, I think. White lies here and there to kind of console someone or to protect someone's characteristics or their personality or their self-esteem. It's fine. You tell someone they look great when they don't actually look great. I don't care. You tell someone that they're thin when they're actually not that thin. It's okay. I don't really mind all those white lies, right? The problem is it's bullshit. Bullshit that is intending to manipulate or deceive someone. That is the kind of bullshit, or those are the kind of lies or statements that I cannot deal with, because unfortunately there's a lot of really gullible people on this planet. I'll give you a quick example. I obviously, as I said before, I live in Chiang Mai right now. I'm living in Chiang Mai right now. I'm staying here, I guess, if you want to call it that. And there's a lot of people here who are doing interesting things online in order to make money, which is awesome. I love when people are being creative with their lives and trying to live in a different manner and trying to make money in a different way. You don't necessarily have to all become engineers, lawyers, and doctors in order to become sustainable in this world, right? And so there's a couple of people that I've met over the past couple of years that I've been here. I've come in and out of Chiang Mai many times. I've lived here a long time, well, 2.5 years, 3 years now. And so I come in and out a lot, and I meet a lot of people. And there's a couple of people that I meet over and over again. One of them's actually a life coach right now. She is working as a life coach or making her money as a life coach, right? Now, she is one of those extreme bullshit people. She's just filled with so much of it that I can't even believe that people actually believe what comes out of her mouth. I sit there, and actually my sister, she's an INTJ, and she came to visit me once, and we ended up unintentionally meeting her, and I realized that my sister had the same kind of insight about this individual, which made me feel a little bit better. So I was sitting there, and this person is, as I said, she's not the kind of person I think in my mind should be coaching other people on how to live their life. Now, of course, everyone is at a different stage of development, and so perhaps she is a little bit further ahead than some other people, and so maybe she can guide them a little bit better, kind of guide them to where they should be going. But every single time this person starts speaking, my bullshit meter just goes off like a siren in my head. I can't even listen to the words that are coming out of this person's mouth, because it's literally it's just like syrupy bullshit. It's just so hard to deal with. And that's one of the reasons I stopped hanging out with her. Not that I did before, but the first time I hung out with her, it was great. I was like, okay, cool. Everyone else seems to believe it. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind. There are different people on this planet and different people doing different things. So I don't necessarily have to deal with her. If someone else is, that's okay. If someone else asks me my opinion of her as a coach, then obviously I'll be like, no, I'm sorry. I don't recommend her necessarily. But that's just my opinion. And this, again, just my opinion on this person. Other people seem to like her. And that's the thing, we don't always have to like everyone. The only reason I don't like her is because I think all of the stuff that comes out of her mouth is nonsense, not really true. She makes up a lot of shit. Now, I understand about faking it until you make it, but it doesn't have to be so fake that it's complete nonsense, right? But okay, so kind of just diatribing here. But basically, this individual has been kind of asking me to send her some coaching clients. Because I get a lot of people messaging me saying, you know, like, I'd love to hang out with you because I've been in Chiang Mai for a while. So they hang out with me. I tell them what Chiang Mai is all about. And, you know, they'll ask me, oh, do you have a recommendation for this, that, and that? And I'm always giving people recommendations. I'm happy to do that. If I've been here for so long, I have to give back in a certain way. But I do get a couple of people asking me, you know, do you recommend her as a coach, or do you have any recommendations of a life coach? And, you know, I've heard about this person. Do you recommend her? And I always say, I'm sorry, I just don't have any opinion on the matter. I can't actually say anything on this because I just don't have anything positive to say about the situation, right? The reason I wanted to do this video is because we are skeptical. Yes, I understand we're skeptical. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit too skeptical. My mother always says this to me. She's like, why don't you trust people a little bit more? You know, why don't you like give them a few more chances? Why do you always have to kind of stamp down your judgment and be like, okay, that's it, you know, and not give them any more chances? I just feel like my intuition is telling me something about an individual, right? So we're sitting there and we're sitting in front of this person, whoever they might be, and all of a sudden, as I said, our bullshit meter goes off and says, this person is full of shit, do not listen to them, actually run in the opposite direction as far away from them as possible because they're going to screw you in some way if possible, or they're going to try and, you know, they're just not good people to be around, right? So our intuition goes off and says this to us. But instead of listening to my intuition, I'm going to give this person another chance. Well, maybe sometimes I do. Like, I try to kind of really listen to my intuition and say, okay, all right, cool. I got it. You're saying that this person's not good. I'm going to give them a second chance just because I always have this theory of policy that I'm going to try, if I feel good about it, try and give the person a second chance. Sometimes I listen to my bullshit, like my meter go off and say, oh, okay, you know, this person, I'm never giving them a second chance ever again because I completely get it. They're not the kind of people I want to be around. Sometimes I do, right? The reason that I wanted to do this video is because I find that, I don't know if you guys have watched that movie, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. There is a scene in there where they're playing this game called Bullshit. They're lying to each other and people have to say, oh, bullshit, if they think that you're lying, right? I always watch that show. I always love that movie. It's a great movie. If you haven't watched it, I do recommend it, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I love both of the main leads. They're so beautiful and so they're good actors and actresses. It's a really good time pass. And I'd sit there and I'd watch those people playing that game, Bullshit, and I think to myself, I would be saying bullshit so many times and I'd always be right because it's our intuition. It's always on point with the bullshit that comes out of people's mouth. But also, a lot of times, because we're skeptical and we know that most people are talking nonsense anyways, we'll keep our mouth shut. Sometimes I'll be in that mode where I'm sitting there and think to myself, oh my God, this person is just spewing all of this garbage towards me. I can't even believe they're speaking this nonsense. Are they literally thinking that I'm going to believe anything that they're saying? And the truth is, a lot of people do. They do believe that we're going to believe what they're saying. And so a lot of times I'll just be sitting there quietly thinking to myself, I can't wait to get out of here. And I'm not going to say anything to this person, obviously, because really I find that there's no point. I really find there's no point at all to point out to someone that they're just spewing nonsense. How is that going to be useful? That person's not going to believe you. You're going to lose perhaps other friends around you because they're going to think that you were being too harsh, and you're never going to be able to hang out with this person, even in company. Sometimes these people are liked and loved by a lot of people around them, which is actually one of the surprising things to me as well. And that's one of the reasons I don't trust other people's opinions of anyone. Unless I actually meet a person and I have made my own judgment about someone, I will never believe what anyone else says about someone because I really don't trust people's opinions. I have met so many people that I disliked instantaneously or I did not trust instantaneously, but everyone else around them seemed to love them. And I think to myself, but how? Like, this person's obviously telling lies all the time and is a backstabber and is gossiping about you behind your back. So how can you like this person? But they do, and so that's the reason I'm always really careful. If someone says something really good about someone, I'll be like, all right, cool. I'll make my own judgment about this person once I meet them. And once I meet them, once I've made my judgment, then I will be like, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, she's a good person. Or yeah, I can deal with him. But unless I've actually met them, there's no way I'm trusting other people's opinions because people they do not have a good bullshit meter. They really don't. Maybe they have hope, or maybe they're trusting, or maybe they're gullible. And yes, I can be gullible as well sometimes. I understand that completely. But our bullshit meter is definitely really a billion times better than anyone else's out there. And so really trust your judgment. If something kind of goes off and says, this person's not good, or this person's kind of a little bit iffy, then trust your gut, trust it, because there is a reason why it's going off. There's a reason why your intuition is really piping up and saying, get away from this individual. Again, I hope this makes sense. I did harp on about that story for a while, so hopefully that made sense. If you guys have any questions at all, please message me anytime. All my contact information is in the description below, or you can comment below, and I'd love to hear from you. Again, I shall see you guys the next time around. Bye for now.